Shalom Yashrala. This is your brother Dawud Daw from GMS Tampa Bay 07, coming at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rucha, Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and that ruled well. And salutation and much love for you. I can push in this truth with sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions. I'm going to jump into this here lesson dealing with order, basically like order in the household when it comes to a man and a woman, all right, and how women should be conducting themselves, basically amongst men, and nowadays it seems like these women is waking up and realizing, that they can't have it their way, and they crying out. Some women are actually, I had 3 different women come to me, basically try to tell me, like how we would say in the spirit, like that they basically need a man, a real man, but they broke it down in so many terms of title. They have all these other terms they use, like fuck boys and, well, what's the definition of that? One that don't do this. Oh, so y'all basically want a real man. Y'all don't want these sissified, basically metrosexual ass niggas and shit who more worried about what he dressed like and shit like that than what, what he got in his mind. What can he do, inside his, what kind of wisdom he got, all right? The wisdom is the key, all right? A wise man is way more valuable than a goddamn nigga and some J's. All right, that ain't wisdom to begin with. Ain't nothing wrong with wearing J's, but a nigga who got a closet full of shoes and shit, and ain't got no car, I got all the new J's and ain't got no car, but there's something wrong with that, if you're old enough to be driving and you need to be driving and going to a job, But nevertheless, getting back to the lesson, it's kind of funny about how these things is starting to come to pass now. These women are starting to, kind of wake up and see that the things that they asked for ain't what they really wanted, In this world being upside down, basically women is ruling over men right at this moment, all right? We're going to read in the scriptures with the order that the Most High set up. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and 1 Corinthians 11 and 1. Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Hamashiach. Now I praise you, brethren, that you remember me in all things, and keep the ordinance as I delivered them unto you. All right? So keep the order that I gave you. All right? But I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man. All right? So let me continue on. And the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh. All right? So basically here the Most High has set up an order. All right? You have the Father. Then you have the Son. Then under the Son you have man. Then you have under man you have woman. All right. So this is the order that the Most High has set up. All right. And you read here at the end of verse 2. It says, I'll read verse 2 again. It says, now I praise ye, brethren, that you remember me in all things and keep the ordinance as I delivered them to you. All right. So you're supposed to keep these ways that the Most High has set up. All right. First of all, you look back at us as a nation. All right, you see how in Deuteronomy 28, when you read down, I believe it's verse 15, if you don't keep my commandments, all these curses will befall you. All right, and these are part of the commandments that the Most High has set up, the order He set up. The ways, the statutes He has set forth. All right, and if you don't keep His law, statutes, and commandments, basically you're gonna be in chaos, like as if you read in Deuteronomy 28 and starting from verse 15 on down. All right. But you can look at that on a smaller level within just the household between the man and the woman, all right? So when you break this order that, the Most High set, that's where you get calamity and chaos. Anywhere you go off from the Most High, that's all you end up with, calamity and chaos, all right? Reading verse 3 again, or starting verse 2 again. Now I praise ye, brethren, that you remember me in all things, and keep the ordinance as I delivered them to you. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach. All right. So men, you need to get in order, and first and foremost, you need to get back into come back to the law, statutes, commandments. Basically, that's what it's saying. All right. You need to be walking in that their path. All right. So, and women, so for the rebuttal is like, I can't just be submissive to any kind of man. And, I can see in society today where I can agree with that, You might have some little simp ass nigga who don't know, don't know how to do shit, and you really shouldn't be submitting to him, because like the blind lead the blind, you got to have some discernment, and also you might not want to be submissive to some nigga who trying to get you to smuggle some drugs or do some kind of bullshit, you know what I'm saying, to have you fucked up, you know? You shouldn't even be with him first and foremost. You need to be with a righteous man who the head of him is a Mashiach, like the scriptures say. Keep this order, all right? It says, but I would have you know that the head of every man is a Mashiach, and the head of woman is the man, and the head of a Mashiach is Yahweh, all right? So you see how perfectly aligned the Most High and His Son is, because Yahweh Shah keeps the Most High's commandments, all right? They're perfectly in tune, walk in unison with one another, all right? Man, you know, we see how Israel then fell off, you know, being a representation of man here. We see how Israel fell off, and you see the condition that we in, all right? And women, you know, when you don't want to keep this order, and the same go for you. You see what happens in the household, you know? You're wondering why you can't find a good man now. And we're going to read some of the ways how women should conduct themselves coming up in the next scripture, all right? But I'm going to jump down to verse 7 real quick. It says, for a man ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and the glory of Yahweh, all right? So man is the image and the glory of the Most High, all right? Like how he referenced mainly the elect, you know, basically the elect is his bride, all right? Or as his woman, you know? It says, for man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and the glory of Yahweh, all right? But the woman is the glory of the man, all right? So, twofold here, you know, or basically just one. You know, there's another order being set up here. It's reiterating the order that we just read up above, all right? Man is up under the Most High and His Son, Yahweh Shah, all right? Women need to be submissive and up under man because, you know, like how the Most High referenced Israel as his so-called woman, he want to flaunt us and show us off, you know, to the world and you know how Jake be saying in the world, man, my bitch bad, check my bitch out, or this is not, you know how wicked ass Jake is in today's society. You know, that's kind of pretty much how it is, you know. When you read Deuteronomy chapter 28 and you start at verse 1, go down to like verse 14. He said, if you keep all my commandments, you know, I'm going to set you on high. You know, all the other nations going to be basically looking up to you. You know, you basically, you going to be straight, man. You know, they going to all be bowing down, all right? You going to have everybody in subjection and so on and so forth. Everything will be in order. Your household will be in order. Your kids will be straight. Everything will be straight. You know, I just want to show you off and show my power and my glory through you. I want people to sit there and look at you and be like, damn, who is their power? That type of shit, you know? And the same with woman to man, you know? The woman is supposed to be the man's, how do you say, possession, more or less to say. When you get a man that getteth the wife, getteth a possession. All right, that's his piece. Like, oh, is you married? Who is your husband? That type of deal. He trying to, like, again, like how wicked ass Jake in today's society say, man, my bitch bad. My bitch, you know, this and that, so on and so forth. They be trying to show off their old lady and type of shit, you know? It says, verse 8, for the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man, all right? Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man, all right? So, basically, you know, woman, how do I say, women don't have no dominion over man. There's no room for dominion for women to, like, how do I say, well, actually, let me get the next scripture because it's going to say it perfect. They use the perfect word. Boom. So we're going to hold that thought till we get to verse 12. All right, because this is how a woman's supposed to conduct herself, all right? The scriptures break it down more perfect than I can. This is 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9. And like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array. Yeah, all right, so let me just go ahead from there. All right, you know, I mean, I could break this down for you, but I think I can give you a better visual, all right? Look at the show The Housewives of Atlanta or The Basketball Wives or any type of like fuckery that they got out like that type of shit that Jake be into, you know, where the women walk around looking like Miss Piggy, you know what I'm saying, all kind of different color hair and everything on them is fake, you know what I'm saying, and they just walk around straight proud, you know. They walk around like, you know, let me see, Basketball Wives, right? These women is walking around like they the celebrities, they the shit, and so on and so forth. Like people should be, you know, walking basically waiting hand and foot for their ass, you know. But nevertheless, it was their husband that's out there putting up those jump shots and putting in work to bring in that check to make her so-called famous. She ain't did nothing, you know what I'm saying? She's not the one that's the breadwinner. She's not the one that's making them be able to live that lifestyle. So why is she walking around in a proud fashion, you know, as if she the one who bringing the bread, you know? That also uplifts her spirit to make her feel like she the boss, you know? And in that same household, she gonna come home to that NBA player, you know, who out on the road traveling, doing the whole season, or that football player taking all them hits, you know, to bring her a paycheck, and she gonna try to run over him in the household, you know? That's how it is in today's society, all right? It says, in like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel and shamefacedness with sobriety. Actually, let me go back and speak on this, all right? Like I said, the visual is the Housewives of Atlanta, or Love and Hip Hop type of shit, those type of shows. But nevertheless, women ain't, because this is one thing that fucking irked my nerves when I see these women walk around with these tight ass yoga pants on, or not what do they call them, leggings. They walk around with these damn leggings on and shit, you know what I'm saying? And they be having their whole box showing, everything be showing, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a fucking walking abomination, man. You know what I'm saying? That's straight madness and confusion, you know? So I'll break it down to you on a carnal level. How these goddamn niggas in this society be thinking, you know? Oh, you want me to, and these women too. You know, these women be like, oh, don't just objectify me and think of me like a piece of a sex meat and so on and so forth, you know? And then these simple ass Jake, you know, be like, or not Jake, but these simple ass men be like, you know, I'm not trying to objectify you, think of you as a you know, a sex object or whatever, whatnot. You know, I respect you for who you are, that type of shit. You know, you have simple ass niggas like that. But truth be told, the first thing first, you notice this bitch from a mile away when you walk up is her fucking box. You know what I'm saying? Like any other thing in advertisement, you know what I'm saying? The advertisement is what catch you and bring you in. You know, when you walking down the cereal aisle, that goddamn red ribbon that say family size or discount or 30%, 40, 50% more. That type of shit bring in your attention. It ain't the regular ass label, the Kicks or the Apple Jacks or whatever kind of cereal it is. That ain't catching your attention because that shit's always there, you know? But it's that big ass red ribbon that tell you it's a discount or a sale that catch your eye. Ooh, what's this sale? Not ooh, what this cereal is, all right? So when a woman walking around in them goddamn pants just, how you say, advertising that box like that, and then, you know, a straight man like myself, when I see that, be like, what's happening, bitch? Let's go ahead and get it, you know? That type of shit, because that's the message you're sending off to me. I'm just straightforward from me approaching you like that. I don't think I can get anything else from you. When I see shit like that, I don't think I'd be like, all right, let me sit down and have an so-called intelligent conversation with this woman about something of some kind of sort. Oh, do you know what's going on in the Middle East? Can you name me a country that start with the letter U? You know, most motherfuckers couldn't even say that. That ain't even no hard question. The United States, you know, but that you could always fall back on that, you know. But nevertheless, you know, these women, they got the goddamn brain cells of a goddamn rock, you know. They just dumb as a box of rocks, you know. But, you know, they want you to put them up on some kind of pedestal. But again, the only thing you got to offer is your goddamn box when you walk in up. That's the first and the only thing the first thing that you offer when you first walk up. Then once you get a little bit of money, you get butt shots and all that extra shit trying to be a Nicki Minaj type shit, you know. But women ain't supposed to be walking around, you know, in no shit like that, you know. That shit drive men crazy, and not crazy in a good way, but mad in all kind of different ways, you know. You got all these, how you say, sexually oppressed men walking around and seeing all these women walking around where their whole shit is showing, you know. And me personally, you know, and there's nothing wrong with wearing none of that shit, you know, and being freaky, nasty. You women, you could be the biggest freak, nasty slut whores that you want in the bedroom with your man, and only your man, that one man that you got. You can do that with him. You know, well, right, they tell you, well, you ain't supposed to be doing no sodomy type of shit, you know. But nevertheless, like, you could do all that shit, wear all that hooker, whores type of shit, do that around the house for your man. You know what I'm saying? But you don't need to be walking down the block like that. That's where it's an abomination, all right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I like all that shit, you know what I'm saying? I like, you know what I'm saying, like all men, real straight men, I like getting my freak on. I love women, you know what I'm saying? But I just get disgusted when I see that shit walking around in public like that. But, yo, man, there's little kids walking around like this with, like, innocent minds still, you know? There's little girls like this that's looking up at the women that they see as so-called brief role models and shit, and they think if that's the cool shit to do, that's what they need to do. Now you got these little bitty ass girls who's got their little fucking tights all up their little shit. That's nasty as fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all setting bad fucking examples for these little girls. Alright? Not only that, these little boys, they walking around looking up at y'all fucking box the whole goddamn time, you know? But then you want this nigga to respect you for something more than sex, but that's all he fucking know is that box in my face all goddamn day. The fuck else you think he thinking about? You know? Look at the nature of a man. Why the fuck you think if a man ain't gotta say shit. If a woman that he is sexually attracted to come up and start rubbing him in his crotch area, his shit gonna get hard. Nature's telling you that men is attracted to women. They turned off from that shit. So you and we visual creatures, you walk around with that shit, he gonna naturally be turned the fuck on. It ain't really nothing he can control. That's just how the fuck he built. Alright? So you driving men mad with this, they just walking down the block and you ain't even have to have a conversation with them. But all the signs and the signals that these men are seeing is driving them crazy in a sexually oppressed world, for one. You know, all these men seeing all these women walk around with their box and shit showing, you know. Then, two, they try to talk to one of these women, and these women got all these stuck-up-ass attitudes and walk around non-shamefaced and with a proud look and shit, you know. Drunk, nasty, loose-ass, loud bitches, you know. They walk around like this shit, and then they get rejected by these men because they got a million fucking likes on Facebook and all that shit is just madness. All these women is destroyed. But nevertheless, back to the lesson, how the scriptures say, keep this order, keep this ordinance, alright? Follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Follow the way the Most High had it prescribed. You won't have this madness, alright? This is why you have the invention of groups called the feminist movement and the MGTOW movement, alright? This ain't me just saying this shit. I'm not just vexed because I'm crazy or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? You got all these other motherfuckers in all kind of other walks of life that the spirit bear witness with the spirit, man. These MGTOW motherfuckers in these feminist groups, or whatever the fuck, I don't know what they call that other group, but, you know what I'm saying? They don't know about this truth like that. There's a bunch of Edomites and shit, you know what I'm saying? But yet they crying out the same ass shit, you know? But why? Because they're not following this here order, you know? For one, the Israelites ain't following this order. We supposed to be a light unto the Gentiles. We supposed to show these niggas how to fucking move around and get with the program. But instead, we want to follow after them and their gods, and we let, you know, this is our punishment. Now we up under the base of man, Esau, and this nigga a natural born homosexual. You know, this nigga is all perverse. Everything about him is perverse. So what you think he gonna have going on? And this nigga can't stand up against a real man. That's why he effeminized every goddamn body and put the goddamn woman up in charge. That's his goddamn watchdog, the black woman, because she ruthless. Back to the lesson again. So this is a real touchy subject with me. I hate seeing my people in this condition, you know? I hate seeing my people fucking destroyed. I hate seeing these households and these people and their spirits is in mourning and woe, man. The only thing left, you can't, like I was saying, I was having carnal conversations with women and shit like this, and I was just like, you know, in a carnal sense, the only way to solve this shit for y'all, you know, in a carnal sense, the only way to solve this shit is for all y'all women to step up y'all game. Raise y'all standards. I gave the example. I said, if all women band together, said, we only fucking dudes who read books that's the color red, guess what the fuck niggas would be doing? They would all be lined up buying books the color red. Alright? So it's as simple as that, you know what I'm saying, in the so-called carnal sense. We know we're under these curses. But in reality, it's going to be death for these niggas, man, because you perpetually raising these generations like this, man. This is why we need salvation. It ain't no fixing this shit. There's no way to fix this. All the generations is already programmed to be fucked up from not having their fathers in the household, all right? Not having that order in the household, not seeing a strong man in the household. Then you got these loose fucking brute beasts walking around, all right? And these goddamn, they all want to... It's a fucking abomination when these women who one day ago were saying we want to be treated like a queen, to don't objectify me and treat me like a sex object, to... Nah, nigga, you, how they say it? You thirsty, nigga. You trying to cake too much. They just want to be thoughts and shit. No, but you can come slide me some dick for X amount of, you know, you can come slide me some dick and so. But hey, what you doing today? Blah, blah, blah. You want to go hang out and maybe catch a movie? No, but you can come over and slide a bitch some dick. This is what these bitches want to do nowadays. All right? This is what they want to do. This is the load that these bitches done got to, you know? And if you're a real man, you should be turned the fuck off about this shit, man. You shouldn't want none of this shit. They all defiled. You should just want the kingdom, man. You should want the Most High to come and burn all this shit up, man. Because all these fucking women is destroyed. And they destroying the kids, man. They destroying the little one. Like, you know, man, there ain't no hope, man. Because it's a perpetual cycle, man. You know what I'm saying? These monsters is raising monsters. These are kids raising kids. All right? The whole shit is all fucked up. The only thing left is death for you cats. All right? And salvation for the elect, man, because we vexed with this shit, man. I'm vexed seeing this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I done made terms with, hey, I'm good with not being with no woman. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no woman now anyway. For one, she'll probably be a distraction in the time for battle, man. We don't need no distractions in the time for battle. All right? Esau is out to kill the elect, first and foremost. The rest of them niggas are already dead. But, spiritual demon Satan is trying to pluck you, you know? Trying to sift you like wheat, you know? You can't have no goddamn distractions in this for your ass be done caught a goddamn grenade in this bitch and lose every damn thing, you know? So ain't no need for no distractions, alright? So, and on another note, all these bitches defiled anyway. All of these bitches is ran through. I don't want no fucking coming to this truth wake you up. You don't want no ran through nasty ass bitch that you gotta rebuild back up because every nigga back to the scriptures. 1 Timothy chapter 2 and 9. In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair, or gold, or pearls, or costly array, but which becometh woman, professing godliness with good works. So show it by your works. Y'all bitches be talking about they go to church and they all religious, Jesus on their side, they got a personal relationship with Jesus. Show it by your works then. You claim to be so into the Bible and so in touch with God and got your personal relationship, but this is what he's saying. Show it by your works, man. If you professing this shit. Verse 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. Alright? So a woman ain't supposed to be telling no man what to do and screaming at no man and taking no orders from no man. Alright? Ain't no equality when it comes to man and woman. Alright? In the household, you know, it ain't no equality between man and woman when they build and none of that shit, but in the household, who got dominion over who? Man got the rule and the dominion over all. Alright? And it says, but to learn in silence. Alright? But also it says, I suffer not a woman to teach, but to also learn in silence. You try to talk to a woman, she asks you some shit, right? Now these bitches is slick. They'll come and ask you some shit, right? Because they know, you know, the men of the Lord, they know you a little bit got some sanity. They're like, okay, he a wise man. You know what I'm saying? That's what they constantly saying. Let me ask him. They're going to ask you some shit. But when you start breaking it down to them real and raw, they want to switch up the game on your ass. No, and start cutting you off. No, hell no, bitch, you didn't ask me some shit. Obviously, you wanted to know the truth. I'm bringing you the truth. Don't ask me some shit if you don't want to hear the answer to it. If you want to hear the shit you want to hear, you can get the fuck on with all that shit, all right? You need to learn in silence. If you're going to learn anything, learn in silence. But if you just want to talk, go talk to a wall or go talk to one of your homegirls. Don't talk to me about no shit like that. You can't teach me shit. You wasn't a part of wisdom, all right? Thus saith the scriptures. Verse 13, for Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, all right? I will go a little bit more into a lot of this more, but I got one more scripture and we're about to be out. But Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing, all right? So all you so-called women want to be so-called righteous and want to know how you're going to be saved, all right? And you think you got a personal relationship with the Lord. You're going to be saved in childbearing. Childbearing by who? We read the order of the household and of the whole shebang, basically. The Most High, His Son. Under His Son, you have man, the righteous men, all right? Under them, they wives or they women, all right? And how you going to be saved? Through childbearing, all right? Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in the faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. Ain't no bucking up against your man and flipping out on your man and leaving your man and no shit like that. Hey, man, you got to be down to ride with it. Just like a man got to be in subjection to another man. How the fuck you don't want to be in subjection to another man? You act like you better than man when man is in subjection to another man. Who the fuck you think we in subjection to when we go to the job, man? We got to go to a job and have another nigga be over us, tell us what to do, where to be, what time to be, hurry up from this, do that, do it. We got to have another man be over us. How much more? The fuck out of here with that, man. These women. Last verse. We're going to close out with this. This is Genesis 2:18. It says, Yahweh Power said, it is not good that man should be alone. All right. I will make him a helpmeet for him. All right. And let me give you an example. It says, and out of the ground Yahweh power formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever called every living creature, that was the name thereof. So Adam was out here working. Adam was putting in work, getting shit put in order. All right. The Most High was out here working with Adam. All right. Like how the order is, the Most High through his son. At this point in time, it was the Most High dealing with Adam. All right. He was setting everything up, putting everything in order. All right. But man needed help. Adam out here in the field with all these animals, naming all the animals and all that. And let's say he out here hunting, eating some animals, right? He bring home the food. At least homegirl could do like in modern days times. At least you could do is cook and run a nigga bath water type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I done went out and hunted this beast and came and cut it all up, cleaned it all up, and brought it in the house. And you don't think you can at least cook and clean the dishes? That's all I'm asking. I didn't ask you to sit out there in the woods and sweat your ass off and fight with this thing and have to go and lift this big heavy motherfucker up and cut his ass up and sweat over this motherfucker. I just asked you to cook him up for me. You know what I'm saying? That's the help. That's the help you're supposed to be. It ain't no equality. When they say, the Most High created man because he needed help. All right? And it also said it is not good that man should be alone. So all this separation with MGTOW and feminism and single women, independent women, that's an abomination to the Most High, man. Man wasn't created to be alone. He's supposed to be with a woman, all right? Well, we're going to go ahead and close out because I went on way too long than what I needed to be. But Lord wanted to say the lesson was edifying. Until next time I say, call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught me the truth and that ruled well. And salutation and much love for you. I can push in this truth and sincerity in the four corners of the earth. Stay strong. Shalom.